set up this whole thing. I'm a little confused about how when things start, because I think right there I just started after I did the countdown.
Okay.
So I actually did it the way I was supposed to, but now there's a while there where I just sit there and I'm like, okay, let's start the show. And da, da, da. But anyway, welcome to another episode of AHHWF, the internet land's best wrestling program.
You have to say it that way, by the way. If you talk about us ever, you have to say program. You're not allowed to pronounce the A the way you used to.
Oh, that's my phone. Sorry.
Yeah.
Excuse me, everybody. We're new here.
This show has been running for nearly 2 years. Give us time.
So anyway,
welcome to the mediumist running weekly episodic internet web show.
Pilot's back in the chat too.
Oh fuck yes! Now this is all right. Tonight I have a good feeling. If Pilot's in
I got
here,
a feeling that tonight's
and,
gonna be
Sam Dragana pop by. This is good.
Tonight's gonna be a good episode.
Yeah, there's gonna be no backstage brawls. No one's gonna no one's gonna cheat. Ben, I'm calling it right now. No one's gonna cheat.
Not
tonight.
a single person.
Not a single wrestler's gonna break any wrestling rule. I feel good.
All right. Well,
Sunrise, Florida, huh?
Oh, I didn't even
That's
know
where
that was
we're
a
at
place.
tonight.
That's nice.
They just kind of drop us into these things out of the helicopter, Ben. We're not often aware of where we are at any given moment.
Well, many times I'm blindfolded between locations.
First, it's better this way. Your commentary will be enhanced because you can't use your one set, so you have to it's like Daredevil if he had to do commentary.
It's exactly like that. All right. So anyway, back to school last week.
Yes. Wild show.
Very, very. Lots of stuff happened. And the main thing that I think a lot of people left the show talking about was what happened between Captain Marvel and Shigo, and I suppose Navi as well.
Yeah.
Basically, it was supposed to be a triple threat for the title. Navi and Shigo team up on Captain Marvel, and once again, Shigo retains through some underhanded dealings, keeping that title away from Captain Marvel. If anybody was wondering where I was just looking, I was looking at the microphone as if that was the camera. It's been a long day, and this might be a very interesting episode.
Look, that's the thing that's an outlier for you. That's just the Chris Hutton School of Streaming for me. It's every time I podcast, I just stare at the recorder like it's like a person I'm speaking to. I like Sam in the chat saying that he likes your name tag, no confusion, because nobody knows who I am. Just without it, they're lost.
It's also while we're waiting for Shigo to come out for around here, I got the Alien Happy Hour logo on the backside there too.
It's a nice streaming shirt.
Yeah, it's my streaming work shirt.
Yes, you're a worker.
And speaking of that, let's actually cut to the show and let's show the wrestlers.
What if we did an entire show where we just talked about what was happening in the ring, but they just looked at us the whole time?
It'd be better.
It might be. Then only we have to suffer the pain of watching Brian go through insult and entry every week.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to remember before she starts talking. Becky, I think in our Discord, said that badge should stand for Brian's are down.
Oh,
which
okay.
is very good.
Yeah.
And Shigo kicking off what is supposed to be a good night with some unfortunate words, saying, "Look,
I hate unfortunate words."
I told you all that Captain Marvel wasn't fit to be women's champion. She couldn't even win a simple triple threat match, which I think all of our fans know better than to fall for that one. We all know that was a shame of a triple threat match, and that was the most one-on-two situation I've ever seen in my life. There was not even a trace of competition between Shigo and Navi.
It's pretty ridiculous to call it a triple threat match even.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, on the card it was a triple threat match. There is nothing about that.
Yeah.
That was the triple threat match.
So for Shigo to come out and brag about winning a triple threat match and saying Captain Marvel couldn't do that is a joke. And Shigo knows it. She's just trying to get under everybody's skin, Captain Marvel especially.
By the way, if you're playing the AHHWF drinking game at home, which we recommend doing with some nice H2O, you should have been taking a lot of drinks for triple threat match.
Yeah, we've moved on from just saying the word competitor over and over again, and we pick a different word every week to say over and over again.
Over and over again, it's another one of those.
Well, here comes a name that hopefully we'll be saying a lot more as the weeks roll on here, because I would like to see her be our women's champion once again someday, Ben. It's Carol Danvers, a.k.a., also known as Captain Marvel.
The captain.
The captain. Rightfully should have been the captain of the women's division, but Shigo has done everything in her power to take that away and keep it away since Area 51.
Yeah, Captain Marvel has had quite an interesting relationship with the Women's Championship.
Maybe the most interesting we've ever seen.
Ooh.
Until the next champion talks to her or something. Captain Marvel, Ben, mincing no words, ignoring everything Shigo just had to say and saying, look, if you want to team up with people, we can team up with people. It might be a little quick to spring another pay-per-view event on you and our audience, but since you're such a big fan of springing things on people, I have big news to share about next week on this show.
What's the big news?
I don't know, Ben, because Shigo cut her off because we can't have...
Why can't Shigo let us know big news?
Shigo, the champion, does not like to be the person not delivering anything noteworthy. She wants everything to be about her. That's why I'm not going to address anything she just said.
All right.
I'm going to just pretend she didn't say anything. And we're going to hear now Captain Marvel's big announcement. Captain Marvel has gone ahead and, much like Shigo did, talked to Frazier and arranged a favor from him.
Frazier said, I'm listening, and Captain Marvel said, well, here's my plan.
Our next pay-per-view event is going to be next week, and it's going to be a show entitled Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans. Sounds like a very fun mobile game.
Yeah, it sounds like something that I couldn't put my finger on it. It's like almost something that we could get in copyright trouble for, but not quite.
Okay.
Shigo saying, that's cute and all, Captain Marvel, but first you'd have to have a clan to clash with. I don't think anyone around this locker room likes you enough to team up with you. And the crowd chanting yes, I think they mean yes, she does have friends, and not yes, you're right, she doesn't have friends. Let's hope.
I was thinking they were saying yes for the this new team matchup we're going to be getting here.
Yeah, well, Captain Marvel is explaining that she'll get to who's on her team in time. But the match itself, Ben, she's just explained, is going to be, if you're familiar with some other company that's not as good as ours, WWE? Apparently they have something called
you're supposed to say the boys from New York.
Shit, sorry, you're right. up north, yeah. They have this match that you might be familiar with called a Survivor Series match. But what's happening in this match that we're going to see next week is there will be 4 members on each team. Team Captain Marvel versus Team Shigo. And unlike most matches where the first pinfall or submission ends the match, this match is elimination rules. So if somebody gets pinned, they're just out and their team keeps going with one less person until one team has won and eliminated everybody else on their opponent's team.
Well, that's interesting. I'm a big fan of the Judge Burge number 1 contender battle royale, and so I also agree that eliminations rule.
Eliminations are honestly one of my favorite things in all of wrestling, so I can't wait for this show themed around elimination tag team matches, where we have the biggest grudges to settle between people that normally fight on their own, but this time we're going to have to find backup to help them against their enemies in the ring. I think this is going to be a really fun show next week, and it's another pay-per-view already, Ben. There's going to be big stuff happening, title matches, titles probably changing hands like they usually do.
Yeah. Well, and obviously Captain Marvel is well liked around here. I mean, you gotta wonder who Shigo's gonna get to be on a team.
That's true.
Shigo's made
funny.
An awful lot of enemies around these parts.
Yeah, it's funny because Shigo, that whole time on the mic was kind of they're brushing, bumping her shoulder into Captain Marvel. She was kind of insinuating that Captain Marvel would have a hard time putting a team together, but I think it's actually probably the opposite around. Shigo might be projecting a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're Captain Marvel, you don't necessarily ask for a match like this unless you know you can get 3 people to work with you. It'd be kind of silly to be like, I'm gonna have a team, and then have no idea who you're gonna get on your team.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to find out who the teams are. I guess. I mean, it's already every time. Obviously, I'm not a fan of the results, but it's definitely been some interesting wrestling when we see Shigo and Captain Marvel in the ring together.
Yes.
And so it's kind of like we just add some more people to that. It's like, all right, this will be fun.
I think it's going to be fun. And Ben, I didn't want to cut you off, but I just got word we're going to be finding out in this next match two members of each of their teams. Well, one member of each of their teams in this next matchup because Navi has, surprising no one, volunteered to be on Chigo's team, and she's gonna be facing one of the members of Captain Marvel's team. So we're gonna find out who that's gonna be very shortly.
Getting a call, Avengers fucking assemble.
Yes.
From Pilot.
Fuck yes. We needed to do it like, I'm gonna do it in the chat though. Hold on. You need to say like AHH in all caps, Avengers.
Oh.
Avengers. Fucking
Yeah.
assemble. And here we go. The
So Navi's gonna be on Captain Marvel's team.
yeah, real tournament stereotype. I just feel so bad about what I did at back to school, and I've turned over a new blue leaf. But no, unfortunately, Navi is quite proud of what she did last week, putting on that fraud of a match and helping her friend Shigo retain her championship. And looks like she's still on board to continue helping out Shigo with all of her evil deeds. I'm not a very unbiased commentator. I'm using the word evil to just describe one of these athletes.
We call them like we see them. And
Hold on a
speaking
second.
of what we're about to see,
First of all, Navi looks really cool in this lighting, but this lighting, Ben, I think is for somebody else who it's really meant for, and I can't wait to see if this is who I think it is.
there was the family on
Fire guy's here. He's concerned about the smoke.
Yeah.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
Come on, the anticipation is killing me. Who's on Captain Marvel's team?
And joining Team Marvel, it is Weapon XX23.
Fuck yes. The biggest legend in the women's division, the biggest badass in the women's division, is joining Captain Marvel's team. That's a banger of a first pick. The team is set. You can just do Captain Marvel in X23.
I mean, really. Like, who is Shigo gonna get that's gonna be able to stop X23 and Captain Marvel?
Yeah, well, especially like tonight, like I think X23 is gonna rip Navi into 3 pieces. Like this is she's gonna make Navi a real triple threat. Like this is not gonna go well for Shigo's little buddy. X23's not even been in action in a while, so she's got that pent-up berserker rage to pull out here. And I'm so glad Pilot was here for this moment as a longtime fan to see X23 come back for this situation. Yeah, this is exciting stuff. I already couldn't wait for that match next week, but yeah, now I'm dying to see even just Captain Marvel and X23 in a normal tag match would be fun, but with 2 other people in an elimination tag scenario, like up against Shigo and whatever cronies she can gather up, like next show, this Clash of Clans thing is gonna be a real hit, Ben. I'm telling you, Clash of Clans is gonna be a success.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I can't argue with you. I was gonna
Ben,
try to add something else to it, but there's nothing
Ben,
else to
I
say.
think people's moms might even like Clash of Clans.
Possibly.
Yeah, the excitement in the chat is palpable, and as well in the gymatorium, fans with their hands in the air, pumping their fists, little kid in the front yard yelling, "Fuck yes!" which he's going to detention later for that, but I'm happy to see the positivity. X23, Ben, when was the last time we saw X23?
I was just trying to think of that too. It's been a while since we've had some X23 in-ring action. Has it been? Has X23 been around since the Big Show?
Yes, because she beat Lola at some point after that. But that was it, I think. Last time when she finally beat Lola Bunny, I think she took a little bit of a sabbatical. But she's back in the ring, and oof, not the start she would have wanted, but Navi's smart to try to take advantage early because she knows she can't give Laura much time. Violet. God, I'm so fucking gay. We all love X23.
I mean, how could you not?
How could you not? And the fans saying, "Ooh, we're so honored to see X23 back in the ring here tonight."
Well, ooh is right. And X23 currently in control here against Navi, but as you say that...
Every fucking time. Ben, do you think that Brian will be able to efficiently referee this match, knowing what a big X23 fan he is? Is he, like, geeking out a little too hard right now?
You know, I'm sorry, but I just got an idea about how we can make the world a better place, Chris. You and I need to be on commentary during the election and go, wow, Trump sure got this one in the bag.
Trump is just kicking everyone's ass, huh? He's just doing so well.
And then, like,
Look at how many votes that man's getting.
And we will make the opposite so.
Yes, fuck yes. And then X23 will become president and it'll be dope.
All right. You heard it here first.
It out.
X23, after beating Navi and helping Captain Marvel at Clash of Clans, we are going to get X23 as president.
Yes, the first president who will just never speak. It would be an improvement.
Pilot in the chat saying, wonder how Navi's gonna feel being a neon blue skid mark.
I love that Nicholas Winding Refn movie. The neon blue skid mark. That's a joke for like 7 people. I don't know how well known that movie is. Regardless.
If you at home know what the neon demon is, give us a...
hootie hoo in the chat.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Do something in the chat.
Wave your hands around. Wave your hands like you just don't care.
Whatever you do, I'll probably like it more than that movie.
Fuck yeah, it wouldn't be hard. Oh, Navi executing that movie she's been fond of lately, that jumping guillotine hook. X23, yeah, I was gonna say, with her adamantium body, probably strong enough to force her way out of that, but it is a deadly submission hold, Ben. Cutting off the air, bordering on being an illegal choke.
Ooh. Knee to the gut there on Navi coming off the ropes, and X23 getting her back up and then throwing a kick.
Looking loose, feeling herself in the ring here. Setting up that Westchester Slam.
Oh!
Into the ropes. It's been so long since we've seen that, and I especially love seeing it happen to Navi in that exact fashion.
And X23 wisely pulling Navi away from the ropes. Brian down for the count. 1, 2, and a 2.5 count. Navi able to get out. X23 surprised. But, you know, probably shouldn't be too surprised. I mean, X23 has been around Navi. They've both been in this AHHWF women's division for a long time. And I think really, if X23 is honest, she knew that wasn't going to be enough to stop Navi.
Yeah, these two have had a lot of in-ring interaction over the years.
Yeah.
And that's why Navi's able to avoid moves like that. Dodging the top rope knee drop and climbing the top ropes herself for something else. Oh, but X23 equally ready to counter with a low Gamangiri, but Navi setting up here. What is this? Oh, yes, the big... Oh, wow. Single leg code breaker. I thought we were getting ready for a scissor kick there, but that was actually Lapis's thing, not Navi's.
And X23 able to kick out at 2. These two trading blows.
And Navi now kind of taking advantage of the situation to pose for X23's adoring fans and rub their face in it a little bit while she continues to pound on their favorite. Climbing that top rope again, this time looking like she's going to be uninterrupted. Big time splash from the top.
Ooh, that's going to be very difficult to kick out of.
Notice it hurt Navi as well, though, landing on that metal skeleton. Oh,
Ooh.
wow. I spoke too soon, Ben. I thought X23 was going to run straight through Navi. This is a surprising outcome for this match, but also has big-time implications for next week, because if Navi's capable of beating X23, which I didn't think was really the case until now, that says good things about Shigo's team.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we were talking a big game about X23, but I guess the ring rust becoming a factor here. And X23, you even notice on that pin, X23 had her face slammed into the mat. Navi was holding down there, a little extra disrespect on the win.
Yeah, you know, Navi is the type to really relish being able to humiliate someone like X23 on national internet television. I'm shocked, Ben. I feel like we do a decent job at giving Navi her due as a competitor, but maybe not. maybe we've kind of forgotten how good this veteran of the division really is. It makes you think, too. It makes you wonder what all she'd be capable of if she wasn't just attaching herself to Shigo and doing whatever she asked her to.
Well, yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder if Navi could have, like, you know, become women's champion. If, you know, like, I mean, there was a couple of times that Shigo let her get a chance for a pin. But, you know, I mean, we don't know if, like, Shigo was just kind of, like, waiting it out or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But it does kind of seem like, I mean, Navi has spent a lot of time in ring with current and past women's champions, and I think maybe a lot of that's rubbing off on her.
It's kind of, the behavior and all that, it's kind of like watching one of your friends date someone you know is bad at them. It's like, you could be so much better, Navi.
Yeah, yeah. So, what do we have coming up next here on AHHWF?
Well, up next on HSWF, then, we have a non-title tag team match featuring our new tag team champions.
Oh, okay.
Crash Bandicoot and the Penguin, Team Bad. Not Team Bad. I hate when wrestling teams have team in the name. Just Bad. B-A-D with the dots in between.
They're bad team.
They're bad team. Bad has laid out an interesting notice to the tag team division. They're saying that a #1 contender for their belts will not be crowned just because they're supposed to defend them. A #1 contender for their championships will not be crowned until a tag team beats them in a non-title match. So for the foreseeable future, Ben, Bad's just going to be taking on a bunch of tag teams on our roster, and if one of them beats them, then they'll get a title shot. But until then, they're just going to sit pretty and be the tag team champions.
This is a really smart strategy, honestly, on the side of Bad, because obviously they're very dominant, and if this goes the way they plan, they could be having trouble switching over here. They could be tag team champions for a long time and not need to defend the titles. However, whoever does end up beating them, if there is a person that does it, or a team that does it, then they already have, like, you know, some tape on them. They have the ability to have been in the ring with them, and they can know what they need to do differently in the title match.
Exactly. You know, like if any team can beat you once, you don't want that one time to be when your gold is on the line.
Yeah, beat you once, shame on me. Beat you twice, don't get shamed again.
Exactly. We have some differing opinions in the chat about the last match. Sam J saying classy win, and Pilot saying no, god damn it. But I'm really excited to see that this is the first team getting a shot at Bad, because I love the Bald Eagles. I don't think that's a secret. Caillou and Drax are a really fun tag team. They were brought together by Love Type Connections Friendship Invitational last year. And I just think, if you're going to form a tag team, you need some common ground. And why not have it be that you both have male pattern baldness? I feel like that's a really strong route for a successful relationship. I didn't even do that on purpose. My God, I'm smart. Yeah, I think Bald Eagles might have what it takes to beat what Pilot is calling Team Nasty Men. You know, like you said, Bad has been extremely dominant. They're both incredibly fearsome wrestlers on their own and as a unit, but I believe in the Bald Eagles.
Well, now we're getting Drax versus Crash, the single-syllable wrestlers going at it here. First off,
Drax Bandicoot, Oswald Caillou Pot.
Crash throwing Drax off the ropes. Oh, and
wow.
a crossbody. Crash
is so powerful. And just laying the boots to Drax, it just makes me miss the good times when Crash was a Bandicoot of the people. I miss cheering him on instead of having to sigh when he does incredible things like throwing Drax over his head.
I do miss good Crash.
Look at the aggression that Crash is putting on display against Drax here.
But Drax showing a little aggression of his own.
Yeah, I think. Oh my God, Crash is dead. Which good.
Well, I mean, that was a pretty swift backbreaker there.
Yeah, and now in Caillou, time for Caillou to see if he can impress Pilot, who's not seen him before. If nothing else, you got to be impressed by the kicks. I'm liking the style.
They are nice kicks.
I think there's a potential for that to make him better at wrestling. Much the same way that they have similar issues have helped kids on the playground win races.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa!
I didn't know Crash could do that.
I also was not aware, and Crash wisely now, after getting that counter, bringing in Penguin, and now we're getting the two-syllable wrestlers in the ring together.
Yeah.
I had to really quickly do that in my head just to make sure that I was right.
Penguin torquing this child's neck. Oh no, yeah, the Cobblepot mocking the fans, saying this could be any one of you children in this elementary school gymatorium. I would gladly suplex every single one of you if I could. Is he allowed to incite that kind of threat of violence against the kids that go here?
I mean, it's in like the list of like, you know, things you shouldn't do in the classroom, like, you know, treat, or like the, you know, it's like the 10 golden rules or whatever, like to treat others the way you want to be treated and stuff like that. But you know, when the teacher's not looking.
Yeah, that's true. Brian can't disqualify him for it.
Yeah.
Penguin is a very bad man.
Oh, yeah, I don't think that's up for debate.
I like this. I like the
innovative submission here.
That's what happens when you have a child wrestler, is their imagination just gets to run wild. You know, they come up with things nobody else would. Children see the world in a way differently than we adults and bandicoots do. Yeah,
that's very true. And Caillou's about to see the world in a whole different way. Probably seeing a lot more stars.
Well, all he has to do for that is look at the great roster we have here at Ahhw F. Isn't that right, Ben?
That is correct.
Yeah, I gotta think it might be fun for this audience to watch Caillou knowing that he's just a kid like them. You know, he's just a kid who's 4, and each day he learns some more. And I think that's really aspirational for a wrestling show whose audience is mostly elementary schoolers.
Yeah, I mean it's a superstar for the people.
Ben, do you think Drax and Caillou, what do you think their road trips are like when they're traveling from Paradise, Florida to our other nice venues?
Well, I've heard that they both really don't understand sarcasm, so I think it's a very literal conversation.
They just both thought, I was like, I hope you win our next match. I do as well. And then long stretches of silence as the car moves down the road.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's like.
You know, they do their speaking in the ring.
Yeah. We'll let the moves do the talking, right? And Penguin is stalking Drax here, but then bringing in Crash, and it's a bit of a tongue twister to say that, but oh, and then a little hooking the arms into the suplex into the corner. Oh, and Drax dropping Crash on the middle rope there.
Crash's head almost Crash's head almost flying into the nether regions of the Penguin. That was smart offense on Drax's part, trying to do damage to both of them with one move. Try to kill a bird and that's fun. I'm giving up on the joke. Let that one go. Oh, nice diving tag to Caillou as Crash is about to stomp Drax out one more time.
And now Caillou is feeling it right now.
No.
I should stop talking.
That's the last thing you want to have happen. But there you go. Finish out the combo with a European uppercut. Look at the strength of Caillou. Sam in the chat saying that maybe Caillou's actually an adult, which would be quite scandalous, but would explain this feat of strength he's exhibiting, knocking down Crash Bandicoot over and over again.
Oh, but Penguin coming in.
Oh! Look at it stand up, say, fuck you, Penguin. I'm Caillou. Yes, he's like battling back again.
Caillou is stepping up to Penguin like few have before.
This is awesome.
And a giant DDT, shades of the Mermaid Man.
I've been a vocal critic of Caillou in the past. This young man and or adult is winning me over.
Oh, but only a 1 count on the Penguin. And a light kick.
He's still alive? Oh, God. You should have kicked him harder, Caillou.
And that might end this right here. Ooh, Caillou
survives.
Just barely, though.
This is an exciting match, Ben. You know, I don't care for bad, but I'm liking the results of their challenge. Oh, no. He's locking in on Caillou. This poor kid. The Cold Kina clutch.
And Caillou, moments away from tapping out, probably, as we've seen many do.
It's like giving up on him. Like, yeah, he's probably done. No, Caillou.
Well, you know, it's hard when Crash Crash, our camera didn't catch it, but Crash had eliminated Drax on the outside of the ring, had cut off his partner, so that Caillou could not get any backup there, and then Penguin locked in the Cold Kina clutch, and that is a move that has taken out many, many superstars. And, you know, I mean, Caillou has had a valiant showing, but is no exception to that.
Damn it, Ben, your cynicism wins the day.
I just, you know, I've been watching enough wrestling matches that I know how these things play out sometimes.
I didn't even get to ask you who you got.
I got Penguin and Crash.
You did great. Your prediction panned out wonderfully for you.
I got bad.
Yeah, you know, that was a bad outcome, but good match. Our tag team division is pretty strong these days. I'm looking forward to seeing what team steps up next against Bad. Hopefully we'll have a winner next time, but you know, sometimes you miss all the ducks at the carnival game. It happens. And then you see Brian calling off the match, announcing that a tap out had occurred, and the current tag team champions are winners yet again. Ben, do you think we could take a run at them?
Us as a tag team?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have a lot of in-ring experience.
But like, I feel like we have enough like passion for the business,
love
and
the
also
game.
just against those two. Like, we don't like them. Maybe.
I mean, maybe, but then who would do commentary?
Sam and Pilot could do it. They seem
Oh,
to
just
be-
in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can chuck them off in the helicopter in Paradise, Florida.
Okay.
Blindfold them.
Welcome to AHHWF, where we blindfold our fans and drop them in the middle of nowhere.
It's the best way to enjoy this show.
Yeah, with a blindfold.
Now the trolls are just on the show instead of in the chat. I'm burying my own thing before you can bury it. I'm gonna hit a dislike on it before you can. Taking your power away.
Let's just make that our thing, is that you
It's
downvote the episode.
all our own videos.
You downvote it if you like it.
Oh, I like that.
No, please don't do that. It hurts my feelings.
Ben and I talk about every dislike after the show. It's like, God, can you believe that red thumbs down?
It's really, why does it also have to be red?
Yeah, right. It's bad enough to see a thumbs
Be
down.
a green thumbs down or something.
Right. It just makes you think of all the time your teacher said your work wasn't good enough, marking it up with a red pen. It's hurtful. It's bad. Oh, but this is a nice surprise. Look who's in the ring, Ben. The champion we like to hear from. Pilot! This is an elementary school gym show. You can't. I love and respect you, but we might have to have the security come take you to a counselor's room for a minute while you cool off.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to do a book report.
I'm kidding. Way worse things have been said in the chat. We're a sex-positive wrestling show. We get it.
Speaking of sex positive, Android 17's got some things to say.
The champion of free love, Android 70s, is here to talk about his big match at Back to School last week. Talking about what an honor it was to share the ring with Weird Al and Trunks. You know, he wasn't really going to display too much of it before the match. He's not really the lovey-dovey type when he's going to have a wrestling match. But he does like Weird Al and Trunks as people and as wrestlers. And he knows it's a big feather in his cap, a big step in his career to beat both of them and prove he truly belongs as the men's champion. But he's looking forward to taking on somebody new. You know, Weird Al and Trunks have been kind of floating around the title picture for the bulk of the year, and 17 is saying he's going to start looking for the next big thing instead of the current big thing. And I'm excited to see how that goes for 17. He's in a great run this year.
What do you suppose that feather in his cap? Do you think he calls that macaroni?
I don't think 17's the type to find that funny, Ben, but I do. So good job.
17 doesn't like old folk song references?
Do you think he does?
I mean, he might like You Are My Sunshine.
Ben, he's an android, and he's like only recently learned emotion. Oh, God damn it.
Well, we were all having a really fun show here. Everybody was having a good time. laughs were had. You know, it was just like fostering a really fun environment for everybody involved. I know I was having a good time. And then Wario showed up.
Isn't that the way it goes?
Now, Chris, what is Wario out here talking about? Because I can't really understand.
Yeah, the mustache does get in the way sometimes. Wario is saying that, you know, it might be this nice buddy-buddy little circle between 17, Weird Al, and Trunks, but Wario has news for 17. Frazier doesn't like 17, and Wario is saying, I don't like you either.
Classic AHHWF line.
And the fans saying we're not worthy. They're backing up their champion. They're saying it doesn't matter if Wario or Frazier likes 17. We do. And 17 saying that's funny. I've never met Frazier. I don't know what reason he has to not like me, but I'm upset to be meeting you. And Wario saying the reason you're being treated to meeting me is that Frazier, unlike you, sees something special in me. A great wrestler, a great entertainer, and most importantly, a great champion. Ben, is this real? Do you think Frazier is really grooming Wario to be the next men's champion?
I mean, do you want really I don't know, that's not a smart business move. I mean, you want Wario to be the face of your company?
Like, look at the face. That's not a good face.
It's also just not a good attitude. I mean, you know, it's just like I mean, can you picture Wario going on Jimmy Kimmel and talking about current events? Like, I don't think so. I feel like every show would immediately kick him out because they would think that a skunk had died.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
a skunk that was a dickhead too.
Yeah,
not just a normal one.
Like a skunk that was also a jerk.
Yeah.
You know?
Just a real bad skunk.
Yeah.
And Wario's saying right now, I don't know when it's going to happen, 17, but at some point, I'm getting a title match against you, and when that happens, your belt's mine. 17 saying, funny talk coming from someone who just lost their title to Gaston. 17 reminding us that, you know, Wario's been gone for a little while, and, you know, he's coming in talking tough, but the last time we saw him was in a losing effort.
Yeah, in a much changed hardcore division.
Yeah, God, it's really shifted a lot since Wario let go of it, huh?
Yeah, Wario, very dominant champion in his time.
Yeah, Wario letting 17 know, look, this is just a professional courtesy. I'm letting you know your days are numbered. But, you know, anytime that you want to fight and you want to speed that process up, I'm game. You know, the only promise you have to make to me is that you don't whine about it. I don't have to hear you out in this ring saying, wah.
Why does Wario keep grabbing his head and tilting it?
He's got a real bad neck problem, Ben. He's a wrestler.
Oh, okay.
17 saying, you know, Wario, I have just the time and place for us to have our first match against each other. I'm thinking there's a little show called Clash of Clans that the women just announced. And they followed our lead with the triple threat match last pay-per-view. This time I'll follow theirs. Team 17 versus Team Wario next week at Clash of Clans.
God, do you even want to see what Team Wario looks like?
I imagine it's going to be horrific. I imagine the moral depravity of the people involved will be too much for the ring to handle, and it might just, corrode. But 17 saying, you meet me in the ring with 3 other people, and I'll bring my 3, and we'll see how you do in that match before we start talking about you being championship material. 17's smiling. That's a rare sight.
Kind of skipping out of the ring there.
I think the thing about 17, he's a low-key guy, doesn't display much emotion, doesn't talk much, but the one thing he loves is to shut up loudmouths like Wario. So I think that's putting a little pep in his champion step.
I love when he does it too.
I think this might be a little bit more fun for 17 now to fight people that deserve it. I think it's a little harder for him to want to beat up on people like Weird Al and Trunks.
Yeah. But now he's finally gets to unleash on a Todd Howard type character again.
Yeah, again. Back to his roots of beating up awful people. important things happening in the chat about Wario. Pilot bringing up, why does Wario have to be built like a brick shithouse? I'm not sure the answer to that question, but that might be why Fraser's kind of starting to look at him as a possible main event guy.
Yeah.
Meredith asking, is Wario a fascist? I feel like the only answer is yes. And also, the like button was smashed, so that's nice. We're undoing all the red thumbs, and we're getting all the green thumbs. It's a nice.
Are the thumbs actually different colors, or are we just making that up?
They're different colors.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure. When you do it, it doesn't, like, if you look right here, it's all gray for us, but like when you click it, it goes green and red. Oh shit, but there's actually something important happening. I'm getting
Mine
word.
just goes blue and blue.
Oh.
Mine is blue.
I
Blue,
imagine the
blue,
green.
or blue for both of them.
I don't know.
What are you getting word about though?
I'm getting word, much like the 17 wasn't lying. They're following the suit of the women's division. We had a match between two members of their teams. We're getting one right here. So coming out first, we're gonna find out one member of Team 17. Hey, that's Trunks. That's kind of a surprise.
That is indeed Trunks. Trunks, former AHHWF Men's Champion, coming out. I mean, presumably on the side of.
I can't imagine he's on Team Wario.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But yeah, so coming out in 17's corner, I guess looking to join in the Let's Shut Up Wario camp.
Yeah, that's the part that's not really surprising that Trunks would be on board with that. But if you think about it, Trunks has been fighting 17 for months, and 17's the one that took the title from him and cost him, kept him from getting it back last week. This is kind of a big olive branch that we're seeing being extended here between these two. That's to say nothing of the whole Pandora's box that is the fact that 17 killed all of Trunks' loved ones in a future timeline, let alone the wrestling stuff. Oh God, who is this? Then we talked about how we didn't want to see what Team Wario looked like. This is about what I expected. Wario has picked up Man Bear Pig for his team for Clash of Clans.
Oh, that is not good for 17 and Trunks.
That is bad news for Team 17. That is a big, dominant monster. That honestly though, Wario has always been a person that we've disliked, but always complimented him on his brain. That is a thinking man's choice. You look at a team, you're building a team for a wrestling competition, you get the biggest, baddest beast you can find. That's a different strategy than anyone else has used so far, and I think it's going to pay off for Wario. Yeah,
Trunks coming out quick here against Man Bear Pig, which is the strategy you got to use. But Man Bear Pig shrugging. Oh, wow. Looking to shrug it off, but Trunks. Oh, Trunks is. Oh,
dude, Trunks is awesome.
Oh,
Trunks is my hero.
My God.
He has taken it to Man Bear Pig. He's saying, I'm not intimidated. I have reached Super Saiyan Good Wrestler Super Saiyan form, and we're just banging it out.
God, I have this whole thing ready about, well, Man Bear Pig's an unstoppable force. Can we see Trunks stop him? I mean, and Trunks comes out here and just grabs Man Bear Pig's fist out of the air and fights back. And Trunks showing that while Man Bear Pig is a good pick for Team Wario, Trunks is an unstoppable beast himself.
Yeah, Trunks has made this Man Bear Pig's match to win. He's turned Man Bear Pig into the underdog.
Also, that's a good call on announcer Cappy.
There's so much good things happening in the chat real quick. I'm gonna take away from the match for a second. When Mare saw Man Bear Pig, typed, is that Shadow the Hedgehog? He's not looking good lately, which is incredible. We have the best chat on the internet.
Yeah, that is very true.
Sam is saying that's one wet person.
Which is also true.
Y'all are like, announcer Kathy is reading off a script that's run through Google Translate. Y'all are on fire, and we love each and every one of you.
But Man Bear Pig and Trunks definitely do not love each other.
Oh no, absolutely not. I love how competitive this has been, though. You expect the kind of David and Goliath matchup, but Big Masengo from Trunks, his friend Gohan's technique.
Is Trunks about to end this against Man Bear Pig?
Big Pele kick blasting the Man Bear Pig right in the forehead.
Man Bear Pig falling into the corner, Trunks dragging him to the center of the ring. And we have a pin, a 1 and a 2 and a...
Oh, I thought he had it, Ben.
I was sure there for a moment that Trunks was going to be able to beat Man Bear Pig. And that would set the tone dramatically.
Absolutely.
Going into Clash of Clans next week.
Big back body jump from Man Bear Pig trying to take back control of this whole situation. But yeah, like we said after the last match. Oh, no. Not this. Man Bear Pig taking Trunks to Suplex City. Those repeating German suplexes. That's going to take a lot out of even a former champion.
Yeah. And Trunks grabbing at his head there. Man Bear Pig waiting for something.
No, he's setting up for it. The Inconvenient Truth. And he hits it. The Inconvenient Truth right in the middle of the ring. Trunks survived.
Trunks showing why he is a former AHHWF Men's Champion. And why he's a former Judge Birch Champion.
Yeah, but all it did is piss Man Bear Pig off. Look at him.
And why he's a former Tag Champion.
That's true. He's had a lot of championships, but I don't know, Ben. I think all he's done is make the Beast mad. Not to be confused with the Beast, who's also on the roster. Important anatomical question happening in the chat. What kind of heart does Man Bear Pig have? Of the 3 options.
What?
You know, like a man heart, a bear heart, and a pig heart.
It's probably a man heart. Because that's why he's so dastardly.
That would make a lot of sense. I like your analysis.
I'll tell you that bears, for the most part, are fairly kind people.
I learned today at work that Alaska, a place in Alaska, has a fattest bear contest every year.
Nice.
That just sounds like I want to participate.
Alaska's an interesting place.
Uh-oh.
But Trunks, what is Trunks doing right now?
Trunks escaped. Did you see how bent his wrist was? Trunks escaped the Kimura that Man Bear Pig was trying to put on him, but not at the not scot-free. His wrist was bent at a disgusting angle, and his arm just kind of dangling as he escaped the hold. Man Bear Pig might have done serious damage to the arm of Trunks ahead of the big match next week. But maybe Trunks fighting through the pain, using it to springboard to the outside.
Going up top. Waiting out, Man Bear Pig.
Taking a breather before going for the elbow to the back.
Elbow to the back. Well, an interesting move for Trunks. I think it seems like Trunks is trying to go after the back area, maybe the spine. Make it harder to kick out. Waiting for Man Bear Pig to roll over before dropping that elbow.
Oh, God. Devastating blow from Man Bear Pig and hooking him up for yet another German suplex. And he's going for 3 more. I don't think I made the point earlier that I was getting at. We talked earlier about how Navi winning really set the pace for her team, having the momentum coming into this. And that's what Man Bear Pig's going for here again. Setting up for a second Inconvenient Truth. I don't know if even Trunks can kick out of this, Ben.
Yeah, it's pretty much all done for Trunks right here.
Whoa! The commentator's curse is coming in handy. We're seeing good things happen in the ring right now.
But Trunks, that was like a millisecond away from being a Man Bear Pig victory. Trunks has got to reach down and find something really soon.
It looks like Man Bear Pig's feet are hanging on by a thread. If I were Trunks, I might exploit that. Just kind of kick at the feet until maybe they'll come off. Even Man Bear Pig can't do much if he doesn't have feet.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Damn, you're a Man Bear Pig and you got feet? Here we go, Trunks still showing his heart, his determination.
Trunks trying, but there's just not a lot left in the tank after taking that second Inconvenient Truth.
Yeah, we're asking a lot for him to be continuing to compete here. But he's going up top yet again.
A little slower this time.
Yeah, the body. Oh, what is this? Shooting star press from Trunks.
And going directly into the pin. This could be Trunks' only chance.
Oh, no, Ben, not enough. Look at Trunks. Shocked and bewildered.
Barely a 2 count there for that one.
The former champ going airborne, but...
Trying to go the submission route here against Man Bear Pig.
I don't know if that's the move. Well, I don't know if those are the vibes. I don't think Man Bear Pig is ever going to tap out to anybody.
And pretty quickly getting out of that one. And throwing Trunks to the ground. Now throwing Trunks off the ropes. Oh, out of the ring even.
Oh, God. The last place you want to be with Man Bear Pig is outside of the ring. Also, the second last place is a Man Bear Pig feet pick stud J-Pin. Thanks for that, pilot. If we could disqualify people in the chat, if Brian could disqualify you.
Trunks is trying to get back to his feet there.
Tarantino has joined the chat. I love when our chat can provide us some levity. Oh, God. Holy shit.
Oh, how Brian, get to the ground.
Yeah, God damn it. And turns him over into a Boston Crab.
Is Man Bear Pig gonna tap? I mean, Trunks seems to think that submission route is the way to go.
But look at Man Bear Pig actually registering pain for the first time I've seen maybe ever.
Yeah, this is the first time that we've seen Man Bear Pig kind of seem like he's been had something taken out of him, and Trunks trying to go up high again, believing that the high flying is the way to go here against Man Bear Pig.
Champ's going airborne, top rope clothesline.
Definitely
Going up again. Trunks is remembering how he came into this company as a high flyer, and he's going back to that well, digging deep in the bag of tricks. A second shooting star press. Go for the cover, Trunks.
Oh, but Trunks
he's badly hurt.
No. Wait.
Oh, he's
no,
not
Trunks
done.
is like, it hasn't been enough.
He knows it's going to take a barrage of offense. Here we go. Regalplex into the cover.
Oh my
And
God.
he did it!
Trunks got the win against Man Bear Pig.
It took everything he had, but he gave everything he had, and it came out with Trunks on top, felling the dastardly Man Bear Pig. This is
Wow. I mean, I really did not expect that to happen.
Trunks has maybe never looked better. It was one thing when he was beating people in 30 seconds, but it maybe says more to go through a match like this where you're getting beat down and you still come back and you hit your opponent with like 50 moves in a row and you weather the storm and you put him away.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I knew that Trunks was not going to lie down easily. You know, he wasn't just going to roll over. But, I mean, to actually get the win against Man Bear Pig, Team 17 is looking pretty good going into next week.
Yeah, I mean, I think Man Bear Pig is still going to be a huge threat on Team Warrior next week at Clash of Clans. But this is a very, very moralizing situation here for Trunks himself as an individual, his post-title run, and for Team 17 as a whole.
You know, I've never heard moralizing used. But it is also, the word is demoralizing, so it would make sense that moralizing would be a term.
I like to do that. I like to kind of like...
No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm like on board for it.
We're seeing in the chat, you know, fans of Trunks' fit, and I imagine the fans in the gymatorium are going to be flocking to hhwfshopzone.com to buy Trunks' outfit now that they've seen him pull off that kind of thing. You know, it's like when you want to wear the Jordans. Like when you see Trunks, it makes sense why you want to buy the clothes of a person who could do that.
Yeah, well, Trunks has got some nice Uggs on.
Yeah. Then there's a comment about Trunks that I'm going to ignore. And then Trunks all up in the... Nope, I'm ignoring that one as well. And then a thank goodness in the chat for Trunks winning.
A wholesome conversation being had in the chat.
I love our fans.
Yeah, well, so, I mean, all right. Just already tonight getting ready for Clash of Clans next week. We've gotten some incredible matchups, and we are going to see all these people in the ring together on teams against each other. It's going to be... really, we're going to see matchups like we've never really seen before. What do we have about to happen here?
Well, here, Ben, we have our main event. Our champion is actually going to be in-ring action. You know, Shigo is not normally one to volunteer for a match, when instead she could just kind of hang out backstage and eat catering. But I think maybe ahead of Clash of Clans, she wants some practice. You know, maybe she wants a little tune-up match. So Shigo will be taking on Batgirl, who we've not seen often. Wait, Ben, Captain Marvel hitting the ramp and taking out Shigo's leg. Let's go. Captain Marvel's sick of what Shigo's done to her and say, alright, you want to play dirty? I'll play dirty too. I'm sick of this shit.
I mean, can you blame Captain Marvel there?
No, Shigo taking some of the power back, but missing that kick, and that's going to hopefully, yep, there we go. Captain Marvel putting the beatdown back on her, and a DDT on the floor. Right on the concrete ramp. Setting her up, throwing her to the ring. Ben, this is what I've been wanting to see out of Captain Marvel, to finally say enough is enough and just finally give Shigo what she deserves. You know, Captain Marvel, I admire the sportsmanship, but this is what I wanted to see. Hitting the Judas effect on the outside there and slamming the arm against the mat. Just really, like, make Shigo pay. Let's go.
Well, and these two will be the individual leaders of their respective teams. Coming up next week at Clash of Clans. We're getting a little preview, I guess, of it here, though, as now both of them are in the ring.
Both the team captains action breaking down a non-second match, but Captain Marvel finally getting a measure of revenge, leaving Shigo lying unconscious in the ring.
Yeah, a little flying Captain Marvel elbow there to end things.
That was an unexpected way to cap off the show, but honestly, that couldn't have got any better for me. I love seeing that.
I mean, yeah, so, all right, so next week, we're going to see Captain Marvel and X-23 and I guess...
But before our fans go anywhere, Ben, I have now ahead of me the official lineups for both Survivor Series matches at Clash of Clans.
Okay, all right.
The first one, Team Captain Marvel versus Team Shigo. That's going to be Captain Marvel, Elastigirl, Kim Possible, and X-23.
All right.
Versus Shigo, Navi, Lola Bunny, and Samus. Samus is... Oh, shit.
Ooh.
The former champion Samus, we've not seen since Captain Marvel beat her, is going to be on Team Shigo. Ben, that's a dangerous team. That's going to be a lot.
I'm a big fan of all the people on Team Captain Marvel. But Team Shigo is looking incredibly dangerous.
That's going to be a match to watch. And then the next match, Team 17 versus Team Wario. Android 17, Trunks, this is a big one, Ben. Love type connection is coming back and rounding out Team 17.
They've been on a bit of a sabbatical of their own after losing the tag titles. They kind of went on some vacation, enjoyed some time together.
Yeah.
And now making a return to the AHHWF Gymatorium to join Team 17 and taking on Team Wario.
17's put together a good team.
That's a great team.
Team Wario, however, Wario, Man Bear Pig, Waluigi, and Mr. Clean.
Oof. I'm surprised Mr. Clean's teaming up with Waluigi and Wario and Man Bear Pig.
Yeah, they must have pulled some serious strings to make that happen. That's a big ask of Mr. Clean, but those are just two of the matches that are going to fill out the entire pay-per-view card. The fun thing about the way Captain Marvel has kind of sprung this pay-per-view on us is we didn't have time to set up other title matches, so that's just going to have to... The chips are going to fall where they may next week at Clash of Clans. We're going to have to find a challenger for Chuck E. Cheese and Luke Hobbs and all the other champions on the roster. So we're going to have to find out what's going to happen next week. But we've got big-time matches happening in those elimination tag matches.
Do you have something here about the Luke Hobbs hardcore title match that you wanted to tell people?
You know,
about?
Ben, good call. The email was not finished being read.
Okay.
The People's Champ, Luke Hobbs, much like last pay, he had a good time defending the Hardcore Championship in this way. He's putting it up to our patrons. The Alien Happy Hour Patreon supporters are going to once again pick who challenges Luke Hobbs for the Hardcore Championship.
Well, all right.
So you're going to have to go to patreon.com. If you're a $5 supporter or more, you can vote on who's going to take on Luke Hobbs next week on the pay-per-view.
Well, there you go. You could decide who could potentially be a new champion here in AHHWF. That's a lot of power to give the fans.
Who is Luke Hobbs going to hit with the chair? Who's going to hit Luke Hobbs with the chair? That's for you to decide.
Yeah. Anything could happen. It's a hardcore title match with Luke Hobbs.
But, yeah, I think that's all for tonight's broadcast. But I can't wait to be back here for Clash of Clans. I hope everybody that's here tonight comes back, too. This is a great chat for the night.
Yeah, we appreciate all of you that are watching live and those of you that watch after the fact. We hope that you'll all join us next week for Clash of Clan. Same AHHWF time, same AHHWF YouTube channel, youtube.com/alienhappyhour, 8:30 Central Standard Time. We appreciate you all watching, and we hope you have a lovely week.
Pussy. Pussy? How's that pronounced? I'm saying what you want me to say.